Trust me, trust me. Okay, will you roll, please? Okay. You were married to a woman who just broke all records. And when we were talking on the phone, I talked about how the fact that I've met you before, it's been 25, 30 years ago, but you never stole any of her light. You never tried to go, "Well, I'm also," I mean, there was never any of that. And obviously, you have a track record of yourself. Black men, black women, successful black men, successful black women. What, what, what was in you that you never felt like you had to compete or dominate?
Oh, I think that, first off, I was very much aware that she was the Chief Justice, that she was the Supreme Court Justice, and I wasn't. And so I was very conscious of not wanting to try to upstage her or try to be in the news because of her, I managed her campaigns for re-election. Two of her campaigns I managed, statewide races, and raised, in both of them over $500,000. It was a behind-the-scenes role that I played, and it was also a role that I was aware of, having grown up in a society in which the conventional attitudes about African American men was a stereotype that we wanted to be or were the dominant partner in a relationship. My relationship with Leah was an egalitarian, was an equal relationship, but I wasn't on the court, and I didn't want to give any impression that I was making decisions. In fact, I wasn't. It would never worked if I tried to. But the fact of the matter is that I think it's important for our women to have their role and to play roles in society in which they can do so without having any friction with partners. We've had a lot of history of friction with partners, and sometimes because of that we've got a long history in this country of playing off men versus women, and not just among African Americans, but especially among African Americans, has the tension of their roles in society been so fraught with conflict. So I was proud of Leah. I was very supportive of her in any way that I could be. But I didn't want to convey the impression in any way, shape, form, or fashion that I was more than just her husband, and I think it worked out quite well. I think if you go back over the 20 years of our marriage, you would be very hard pressed to find me quoted anywhere in the press about her, and that was deliberate because she was the person, and I wasn't, and I didn't consider it any diminishment of me to have a backseat.
Okay, we got to stop. I have more sirens today. So there, that's my
So
question.
they're probably moving the tree makers.
Oh, I forgot about all that.
Over at the county.
I'm done.
Mhm.
Yeah? Oh, that's